Monsoon. Monsoon. It is a very magical word. Lots of literature has been, lots of poems, lots of stories have been written on monsoon. Monsoon plays an important role in movie. Monsoon is an integral part of Indian society, Indian culture. Monsoon awakens the feeling of love. Bihu is a festival that is intricately related to monsoon. It awakens, it urges to young souls to be for union. Monsoon awakens the love of humanity, the feeling of love in our heart. Many English poems are written by Wordsworth, Shelley, Keats on monsoon. Many dramas are intricately related to monsoon. The clouds occupies a very vital place in the poems of Kalidas. Kalidas uses clouds as a messenger to his separated lovers, to send a message to his separated lover. And in this beautiful monsoon, how can I prevent myself from uttering some lines regarding to monsoon? Monsoon, my dear monsoon, oh, you come, beating our heart, you come. I, Kalidas and Shakuntala, we all are waiting for you. We all are waiting in the coffee house. We all are waiting for you in the coffee house. Our sensation moves high. Our sensation moves high like the smoke of coffee. Because, my dear monsoon, you will come. We will become lover. We will wait. We will become lover. We will wait. Come, monsoon, come. We are waiting for you. Besides this, whenever monsoon season comes, I am a person who has immense love for poems. So whenever monsoon comes, I became a lover. I became a poet. Not only I, it happens to every young person. Not only young person, monsoon carries something nostalgia, something a romantic feeling, even to a person who has spent his old age, also who is spending in old age. And in this moment, in this nostalgic moment, sitting in this pink city, I want to murmur some poems, some lines from Assamese poem. এন্ধাৰ তলাতল ভাঙি আহে পাখি লগা শব্দ মোৰ তেজৰ কোলাত দিনৰ উজ্জ্বল গোন্ধ হিৰণময় ৰাতি উৰণীয়া চৰাইৰ পাখিৰ তলত নিম দুপৰৰ হালধীয়া বাঁহী আপোনা আপুনি জাপ খাই আহে মোৰ গধুৰ চকু আপোনা আপুনি জাপ খাই আহে মোৰ গধুৰ চকু নিজানে মেলি ধৰে কাঁইটীয়া বুকুৰ গোলপীয়া পাহি এন্ধাৰ তলাতল ভাঙি আহে পাখি লগা শব্দ মোৰ তেজৰ কোলাত দিনৰ উজ্জ্বল গোন্ধ হিৰণময় ৰাতি উৰণীয়া চৰাইৰ পাখিৰ তলত নিম দুপৰৰ হালধীয়া বাঁহী আপোনা আপুনি জাপ খাই আহে মোৰ গধুৰ চকু নিজানে মেলি ধৰে কাঁইটীয়া বুকুৰ গোলপীয়া পাহি. Okay guys, but in reality the monsoon is not so easy and monsoon is not so soft. In reality there is a complex phenomenon which is always working behind Indian monsoon. There is a two theories of monsoon. According to one is old theory and one is new theory. The old theory describes the differential heat between land and water. We all know it, and here I am not going to discuss that old theory. Here I am going to discuss some new phenomenon which is related to the upper air circulation. There are different causes causes that actually works behind Indian monsoon, and one such is upper air circulation. And upper air circulation means jet stream. Jet stream is a kind of upper air. Jet stream comes under upper air circulation that actually blows near tropopause. And in winter season, what happened? This jet stream when flows from, and one thing always minded, the jet stream always flows from west to east. In generally different books, we find different interpretations regarding jet stream. yeah, we are not, but it is very difficult to catch how it works, how it bifurcates. That's why in this lecture I am trying to interpret only the essence, that how it works. It is only, I am making this video only from the GS point of view, apart from, not from the geography optional point of view. In case of geography optional, we have to go much more depth. Okay, but here in this video, I think it will be helpful for all the GS students in understanding monsoon, Indian monsoon, and its relationship with upper air circulation, bole to jet stream. In winter season, what happened? The jet stream that flows throughout the upper atmosphere. It actually, when it flows this way, it has been obstructed by the Himalaya and Tibetan plateau. You see in the peak, Himalaya and Tibetan plateau. You have seen that Himalaya and Tibetan plateau. Then you mind this thing that you might find question in different way in GS, means the role of the Himalaya in Indian monsoon, role of the Tibetan plateau in Indian monsoon. Then you have to add these points, because if, in Indian monsoon there are lots of complex phenomenon, as well as lots of physiology also, which actually works, and one such kind of some physiology is Himalaya and Tibetan plateau. This jet stream which flows throughout the upper atmosphere in winter season, it has been generally obstructed by Himalaya and Tibetan plateau. And you see, when it has been obstructed by Himalaya and Tibetan plateau, it bifurcates into two streams. You see, one stream you see 0.2 and one stream you see 0.3. The 0.2, the northerly branch, it actually comes, it actually flows throughout the northern part of the Himalaya up to China, and the southerly branch, the southern branch, after the bifurcation of that stream, the southern branch actually blows towards the southern part of the Himalaya. Okay, what we have seen that Z stream has been bifurcated by the Himalaya and Tibetan plateau. After bifurcated, it is divided into two parts. One is northern and one is southern. The northern branch actually flows towards the northern part of the Himalaya or northern part of the Tibetan plateau, and it actually blows up to China coast. And southern part of the Z stream actually it blows towards the southern part of the Tibetan plateau. Okay, then the what is the important role? Which of the Z stream plays important role for Indian monsoon, northern or southern? Both the northern branch and southern branch actually plays important role in Indian monsoon, but in different season. You see, the southern branch, after bifurcation, Indian monsoon has been divided into two branches. One northern, it blows towards the northern part of the Himalaya and Tibetan up to China, and one blows towards the southern part of the Himalaya. And this southern part of the Himalaya, the part of the Z stream which blows towards the southern part of the Himalaya or Tibetan plateau, it is known as the Western Jet Stream. And this Western Jet Stream is very important for India. One minded, this Western Jet Stream blows is important or exists in India only during the winter season. Only during the winter season. Okay, mind this western part of the southern branch of Z stream, which is known as westerly Z stream, it exists in India only during the winter season. And what important role does this western Z stream play? Or the thing is that because of the existence of this western jet stream, you see, I have you see the arrow, upper arrow means it is Mediterranean. What is the relationship between Mediterranean region or Mediterranean region and western jet stream? Because of this western jet stream, actually some kind of storm, some kind of air or some kind of storm that has been originated in Mediterranean region comes into northwestern part of India, and it is called western disturbances. what is the relation or what is the importance of westerly Z stream? The importance of westerly Z stream is that it blows in the winter season of India, and because of this, actually some kind of storm mixed with rain or storm comes into northwestern part of India, and it is called westerly disturbances. And what is the importance of these westerly disturbances? These westerly disturbances plays a very important part in winter season, because you see in northwestern part of India generally it was very dry season, okay, and in this dry season there was no rain. But in this dry season in Gujarat, in Rajasthan, the rabi crops are cultivated, and this rabi crops actually finds sufficient rain during the winter season because of this western disturbances. Now if you find exam regarding westerly disturbances, its important role, then you have to relate all these things, how westerly disturbances is related to Mediterranean region, how because of the westerly disturbances, how because of westerly Z stream, how because of westerly Z stream storm from Mediterranean region comes into northwestern part of India called westerly disturbances, and how because of westerly disturbances the rabi crops are actually called benefited, and how it is important for the food security of India. You have to relate all those things. Then you see we have seen that western Z stream is bifurcated by the Himalaya and Tibetan plateau. After that it turns into two parts. One is northern and one is southern. Southern branch exists toward, in the south of the Himalaya and Tibetan plateau as westerly Z stream, and westerly Z stream is responsible for western disturbances, and western disturbances is very much helpful for rabi cultivation in India, that protects the food security of India to many extent. Then in C, that it is, and westerly Z stream exists during the winter season, okay. But when summer season comes, in summer season what happens? When the summer season begins actually, then what happens? You see, the westerly Z stream which existed in India during winter season, it will shift to the northern part of the Tibetan plateau. During winter season, the westerly Z stream existed towards the south of Tibetan and Himalaya, but when summer season will come, this westerly Z stream will move or shift to the northern part of the Himalaya and Tibetan plateau. And after that what happened? We have seen that one branch actually moved to the northern part of the Himalaya after bifurcation to China, and now in summer season what happened? This northern part of the Z stream that moved to China after bifurcation comes into India at easterly Z stream. And this easterly Z stream is responsible for the monsoon in India according to the new theory of monsoon. And until that is, it is a very complex phenomenon. You see, until and unless the southern branch of the Z stream that which existed in the southern part of the Tibetan and Himalaya in winter season, which is called westerly Z, moved to the northern part of the Himalaya, there is very less probability of rainfall or monsoon in India. Okay, when summer season came, the westerly Z stream which existed in southern part of the Himalaya or Tibetan plateau will shift or move to the northern part of the Himalaya or Tibetan plateau. Northern part of the Himalayan Tibetan plateau, but after that the northern part of the Himalaya, northern part of the Z stream which before moved to China will come into India as easterly Z stream, and because of this easterly Z stream actually monsoon is attracted towards India. I am again explaining the whole thing. In winter season, Z stream comes, blows in the upper atmosphere. The Z stream is actually knocked down by Himalaya and Tibetan plateau, and when it is knocked down by Himalaya and Tibetan plateau, it is bifurcated into two parts. One is easterly, one is northern part, and one is southern part. The southern part exists in the south of the Himalaya and Tibetan, and it is called westerly jet stream. And this westerly jet stream attracts the storm rain and storm air or air storm or complex phenomenon which is called western disturbances. This westerly jet stream attracts the air from Mediterranean region, and it actually comes to northwestern India. It is called western disturbances. Because of these western disturbances, actually some western cyclonic things also happen. Western cyclonic disturbances are also seen in and around India during the winter season, and this westerly disturbances is very much helpful. Why? Because it helps in the rabi crop in winter season in northwestern part of India. But when summer season will come, the westerly jet stream will move to the north, and the northern part of the jet stream, which we have found before, which moved to China, it will come into India as a easterly jet stream, and this easterly jet stream is responsible for monsoon rain in India. देखो ये कॉम्प्लेक्स फेनोमेनन क्या होता है, एक जेट स्ट्रीम जो एयर होता है, वो जेट स्ट्रीम विंटर सीजन में जब वो चलती है तो वो जेट स्ट्रीम जेट स्ट्रीम के रास्ते में क्या आता है, रोड पे हिमालय खड़ा होता है और एक तिब्बतन प्लेटू खड़ा होता है. ये जो हिमालय एंड तिब्बतन प्लेटू में जब धक्का लगा लेते हैं इस जेट स्ट्रीम को, तो जेट स्ट्रीम दो पार्ट में डिवाइड हो जाता है. तो वन नॉर्दर्न पार्ट में चला जाता है एंड वन साउदर्न पार्ट में चला जाता है. तो नॉर्दर्न पार्ट मतलब ये हिमालय एंड तिब्बतन प्लेटू का नॉर्थ में चला जाता है एक, और एक हिमालय एंड तिब्बतन प्लेटू का साउथ में चले जाते हैं. जो नॉर्थ पे चला जाते हैं हिमालय का वो चाइना तक चले जाते हैं, और जो साउथ में चला जाते हैं वो साउथ में चलते हैं वो एक्चुअली इंडिया के आसपास रहते हैं. और ये जो साउथ में जो तिब्बतन प्लेटू का साउथ में जो जेट स्ट्रीम चलते हैं इसको बोलते हैं वेस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम. एंड ये वेस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम इंडिया के लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण एंड इम्पोर्टेंट है, क्योंकि ये जो वेस्टर्ली डिस्टर्बेंसेज है विंटर सीजन में ये मेडिटेरियन रीजन से एक तरीका का एयर को अट्रैक्ट करते हैं. ठीक है, एक स्टॉर्म अट्रैक्ट करते हैं मेडिटेरियन रीजन से, और ये जो वेस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम मीन्स मेडिटेरियन रीजन से जो स्टॉर्म को अट्रैक्ट करके ले आते हैं, इसका इफेक्ट क्या होता है इंडिया पे. ये जो इंडिया का जो नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट है जैसे पंजाब, गुजरात एंड राजस्थान, वहाँ पे क्या होते हैं बारिश लेके आते हैं. ठीक है, ये स्टॉर्म ने, और ये जो बारिश आते हैं विंटर सीजन में ये बहुत ही हेल्पफुल होता है विंटर सीजन में, क्योंकि गुजरात, राजस्थान, हरियाणा वगैरह स्टेट में क्या होता है जो विंटर क्रॉप्स राबी क्रॉप्स होता है, गेहूं वगैरह का जो राबी क्रॉप्स होते हैं उसमें बारिश ले आते हैं, और ये बहुत ही बेनिफिशियल होता है राबी क्रॉप के लिए. तो इसीलिए वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंसेस एंड वेस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम इसके दोनों के बीच में रिलेशन है, इंपॉर्टेंट रिलेशन है, और ये हमारा इंडिया का फूड सिक्योरिटी के लिए ये वेस्टर्न जेट स्ट्रीम विंटर सीजन में बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है. तो ये इंडियन मानसून में इसका इफेक्ट क्या है, देखो जब तक ये है विंटर सीजन में ये है वेस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम, बट जब समर सीजन आएगा तब क्या होगा, जो समर सीजन में ये साउदर्न पार्ट में जो हिमालय का साउथ में जो वेस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम था वो धीरे धीरे नॉर्थ पे चला जाएगा. देखो जब तक ये वेस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम नॉर्थ पे नहीं चला जाएगा तब तक इंडिया का जो मानसून है वो वीक रहेगा. ठीक है, जब ये वेस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम हिमालय के नॉर्थ पे चला जाएगा तब क्या होगा, हमने पहले क्या लिखा था वेस्टर्न जेट स्ट्रीम का एक बार नॉर्थ में चला गया था चाइना तक. अब समर सीजन में क्या होगा, जो साउदर्न ब्रांच नॉर्थ में चला जाएगा तो चाइना का जो नॉर्दर्न ब्रांच था वो इंडिया का पेनिनसुलर इंडिया तक आ जाएगा, और ये जो आ जाएगा जेट स्ट्रीम इसको बोलते हैं ईस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम. एंड इस ईस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम अकॉर्डिंग टू द जो मानसून का जो नया थ्योरी है उस नया थ्योरी के अनुसार ये जो ईस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम है वो इंडियन मानसून के लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण और अहम भूमिका है, क्योंकि ये इसके बिना हमारा इंडिया में मानसून बहुत ही वीक होगा. ठीक है, तो इसी तरीके से जो वेस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम एंड ईस्टर्ली जेट स्ट्रीम है यहाँ वो हमारा इंडियन मानसून के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. और ये जो कॉम्प्लेक्स फेनोमेनन है एक्चुअली वो समझना बहुत मुश्किल है. इवन जो साइंटिस्ट हैं क्लाइमेटोलॉजिस्ट उन लोगों का भी ये समझ में नहीं आया अभी तक, बट हमको एग्जाम के अनुसार जब लिखना होगा तो हम इसको सिंप्लीफाई कर सकता हूँ. ठीक है, टू होप